Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it pick a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make a man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. Big man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all.
Globalists, good morning. Good morning. I cannot hear anything on my end. Can you hear anything on your end? Did you hear the music at all? Morning, everyone. Morning and welcome. Morning, YouTube. Morning, TikTok. We're back on TikTok this morning on Universal Vantage TV. Did you hear me any at all? Hearing you and the music just fine. Okay, I couldn't hear anything on my end at all, so I was confused. Morning, everyone. Morning. Thank you very much for joining us on this confused start this morning. Lovely to have your support as always. Sorry about last night. Me I tell you no winter turn up and we just sudden so broops. And my God, I went to sleep yesterday evening and never wake up until after 1 in the morning. So sorry about that. But we're out here this morning on the family business of our country. My mother, good morning. First time seeing your name. The question I want to ask this morning, what is the real value of the damage caused by Melissa, and who, for that matter, is assessing and giving us the value of the damage? Correct me if I'm wrong. I last heard it was $6 billion US. Then when the Prime Minister was touring with Mia Mottley and the other leaders from CARICOM yesterday, I'm sure I heard $8 billion. And then later on before the o'clock, I was listening to TVJ, and I heard Matthew Samoda telling $10 billion. Which is it? Which is it? Don't you want to know how much the damage caused? And why is this? My page is freezing. Don't you want to know how much the damage caused? And who is estimating the damage? If it's qualified people or it's just politician eyes. Bear with me, please. My system is playing me this morning on this end. Is it politicians that is doing the guesstimation? Because this now, in my view, has become a guesstimation. Matthew Samuda and the rest of them are guesstimating how much, or it look like, just like when Beryl, and depends on the audience they were in, they would tell you how much shelters they have. It's a similar thing now with the damage assessment. 1 minute you're being told 6 billion. Next minute you're being told 8 billion. Next minute you're being told 10 billion. Let us first go to the Prime Minister and Mayor Mottley them, because we already heard about the all we know about the 6 billion fan where there. So let's go to the 8. Don't tell me say it's not in a studio. Let us go to the $8 billion. It ought to be in studio. Where is it? Oh no. You mean something never put in a studio? Hold on there, my peeps. Let's go to the 8 billion. I want to go to the $8 billion conversation first. Where him there with the CARICOM. I don't know what happened to my phone here this morning, you know. Because it all a turning a sound analysis story for me. Everything I turning an analysis story this morning. But the value of the damage, the value of the damage keep shifting, while more and more money keep coming into the country. Glenn Morgan, how you do? More and more money are coming into the country. So them are touch out their hand and a collect, and so them are up the price. So by the time we get the people who been ravaged, forget anything out of it, we're going to hear that it was a drop in the ocean compared to the damage. We already saw the Prime Minister go with this. The Prime Minister, before he come out quick, he not even said this is a preliminary disbursement of 10 million Jamaican dollars per constituency in the 5 ravished parishes to assist with building support. Them even do less than burial. In a burial, the Prime Minister have 3 different stages. Minimal damage, our 50,000. The medium level damage was 150,000, and complete destruction was 400,000. Now we know say in a melis, in a burial, that could have never done anything given the amount of damage burial caused then. But those who, and not everybody, some of, because most people in my constituency didn't get that assistance. I mean, the fisherman them did get fishing wire. But to date, a lot of people still have not managed to secure. You can manage AI summary in this setting. Me not understand AI TikTok. TikTok me not understand feel galang in them. Me don't go understand how to sit down and talk. That's all me understand. We see the Prime Minister, even when he collect up the whole heap of money in a burial, the Prime Minister only gave the people a pittance. 400,000 for somebody who completely lost their home. 400,000 is a support, but coming from government is no support, given the amount of help we got, plus we have a contingency fund and all of that. I've got some videos of Juliet in St. Elizabeth over the last few days where she was explaining to the people, we get less people who have on a building damage. When I get less in a COVID, in a Melissa, you know, you'll all be getting less building support in Melissa than you got in Burial. Because when you look at, say, the St. Elizabeth constituencies, the Westmoreland constituencies, the Hanover constituencies, my community, just my community alone within Southwest St. Elizabeth constituency, my community have about Seaside, Springfield, Spice Grove, Hilltop, Little Bridge, Gravesend. My community alone have about 6. My district alone have about 6 different communities. My district alone have about 6 to 7 communities. That $10 million given to Floyd Green cannot do anything in just one of our community, just one. Of the 7 communities in our parish, sorry, not our parish, in our district, of the 7 communities, it could only solve the building damage, the structural damage to building in just one of the 6 to 7 communities within the district. And we are being told $10 million. And when you listen to how Juliet Oldness share it out, the people now go see anything. A lot of people will be in an awful living condition for a very, very long time if a government were depend on. Very, very long time. Why this thing keep playing me about? We'll be in it for an awful. Hold on, my peeps. Let us now go to the Prime Minister and his CARICOM counterpart touring. This was Westmoreland, I believe, yesterday. Yes, this was Westmoreland.
From my colleague Prime Ministers, we are here first and foremost as an act of solidarity. Jamaica must know that it does not walk alone in this moment. This year it is Jamaica, next year it will be one of us. And it is important that we retain that solidarity. We have been fighting for international fairness on a number of issues.
Parity and Black River discharge, Sharon. This sometimes not want to look on the image them where come from Parity. But may have one video of Black Era, Lord God, them destroy we. When you hear fans say them destroy, nobody, you cannot convince us in St. Elizabeth that bombs were not dropped on us. Whatever anybody want to think and say, you will not be able to convince us what happened to us in St. Elizabeth was just an earth, was just a hurricane. Then drops in thing pan we see the evidence of the dropping, but then drop pan we down there.
Because of events such as this. And that is why I hope that we can work with your government to see how best we can create an opportunity where they can focus purely on rebuilding and also being able to bridge the loss of revenue that will obviously take place for the next, God knows what, 9 months, 2 years, whatever. And if we can work with you and the international community to do that, that is step one. At the national level, Barbados has already sent off its field hospital, and I think it is due to arrive tomorrow and will be set up and told in Sav-la-Mar. And we're happy to share that with you because the displacement in Jamaica is more than 3 times our population, just to give it scale. I know that President Ali will announce some initiatives, and certainly, as Prime Minister Brown said, we will also ensure.
Mayor Motley is donating field hospital to Jamaica. Did you hear that? Field hospital. Now, if you remember, Dr. Dawes asked a question in Parliament that first meeting after the hurricane. And Dr. Dawes asked about the 6 or so field hospitals that we got during COVID. Did we return them? Or Dr. Dawes was questioning about them. Have you heard the government give an explanation to those field hospitals? Could it be that this field hospital that Mayor Motley is donating to Jamaica, it's a field hospital that Mayor Motley probably had from during COVID? Where was the 6 or so field hospital that Jamaica got during COVID? Where is rather the field hospitals that Jamaica got in COVID? I can't remember when Dr. Dawes asked the question that an answer was given to the people of Jamaica. Where on earth are those hospitals? And if we are the superpower in the Caribbean and Barbados can donate field hospital to us, I wonder, I'm just wondering. Anyway, then talk.
Sure that we will send people to be able to help with the bridging of the displacement, and then we want to be able to help with some equipment that we may have as well, in particular garbage compactor trucks. We just took 8, and we will give up 4 of the 8 and try to get them to Jamaica because you have at all times.
Andrew Holness, Mayor Motley, I feel give your garbage truck. Superpower Andrew, superpower Jamaica. Whether to be garbage truck, you don't have to clean up your garbage. Barbados, I feel give your garbage truck. And look how much 150 and 100 and this and that. You know, tell we say the pandy. Where is the one them where the pandy way come back a long time? Then the pan way, you know. A long time we hear say garbage truck the pan way. And for me, a monthly giveaway them I go reach to we before we buy one them.
To be in a race against time in terms of trying to bring back normalcy to the people here. We have already sent tarps and generators, and also
we're count up mass wholeness. Mayor Motley send generators too. We don't know the numbers of Mayor Motley generators, but Mayor Motley send generators. We're count up your generator, then Prime Minister. So we can know if you get if you get no loan fee off of them when you loan them out. But the question is, where is the 6th field hospital we got in COVID? If Mayor Motley, if we are the superpower of the Caribbean and Mayor Motley can be donating field hospital to us, The question that was asked in relation to the 6 field hospital we got during COVID, what happened to them? Did we send them back? Did we what happened to those field hospital, Prime Minister?
Immediate food out of Trinidad, Caribbean food that's dehydrated that people may more enjoy than some of the other stuff, and we will continue to do that. But the truth is that the biggest contribution that we can make to Jamaica with President of the IDB and others is to see how we can work with the international community to give you the elbow room, the fiscal space that you need, because you can't rebuild Jamaica without being given that. And regrettably, you were already close to hitting your fiscal anchor at 60%. That is now going to be diverted, but we all know that happened to us during COVID. We recovered from it, and I have every confidence that Jamaica will recover from this moment, and that the people in these 5 parishes in particular will have an opportunity to build back stronger and better, and equally that the individuals who have gone through this experience will have a greater passion now for why they must work together as a people to make their communities and their country the best that it can be.
My colleagues from CARICOM, Prime Minister Motley, Prime Minister Deepak Mitchell, Prime Minister Gaston Brown, and my brother and friend, President Irfan Ali from Guyana. And of course, we have the Secretary General of CARICOM, Carla Barnett, with us, along with our friends from the multilateral community, IFC, IDB, and World Bank. Rebuilding Jamaica will require all hands on deck. Hi, Nathan. But it will not only require Jamaican hands, it will require the hands of our brothers and sisters in CARICOM, in Central America, South America, North America, and indeed the wider world, including Africa, Europe, and the Middle East. And it is our intention to mobilize regional and international support to make the work of rebuilding light. And this is for good reason, because Jamaica can be.
The disturbance you're hearing was an underground disturbance because of their outdoor broadcasting.
Example of a country hit by a disaster, but recovers and recover even better and stronger. So we can be the example of resilience, because we have accepted as a government, and we have been trying to inculcate this in our politics, that resilience is an important feature of government and social institutions and our infrastructure. And we have done this by being resilient in our public finances. In fact, I would dare say that one of the reasons we are able to galvanize the multilateral community is because of the sacrifice and great effort that we as a people have collectively made in ensuring that we have fiscal discipline rooted in our political culture, in our economic.
We don't know what you're talking about. Hurry up and move on.
And in our civic and social affairs. It is well appreciated and understood that the government of Jamaica must be fiscally responsible. So Jamaica is a country that will...
Answer this question, Prime Minister. How could a government be fiscally responsible when the Prime Minister who leads the government is not fiscally responsible and can't have in statutory declaration certified I don't get your bravados.
Use resources from the international community and our own taxes in the best and most frugal way, in the smartest way. So
the 10 million Jamaican dollars, is that cruelty or fiscal prudence or whatever you call it?
intend to continue this through the development process. Now, it is regretful, without question, that having struggled so hard to reduce our debt from 130 or 40% of GDP to heading towards 60% of GDP, that we are now faced with a situation where half the country literally has been devastated in terms of its infrastructure. That we will
Why TikTok violate me already?
have to spend on relief and recovery. But we have also lost revenues. So our financial situation is of great concern. And it has to be managed carefully. I know that at this time, there will be calls for spending. There will be even temptation for profligacy. But I assure you that my administration, yes, we will spend to relieve human suffering. But every dollar that is spent,
we will spend to relieve human suffering. I'm sure given the 10 million Jamaican dollars for building support, that is put out of the way. We have not seen this spending in food and water, Prime Minister. So what are you talking about we will be spending to relieve human suffering when the basics have not been met by the government? If it were not for private donors, celebrities, entertainers, influencers, YouTube, TikTokers, and the international community, that would have never more supper. So I don't know. While we have a contingency fund of over $5 billion sitting there that we have not heard the Prime Minister spoke anything about. We got 2.5 million US from the United Nations this year. The Prime Minister only sit down and collect and gather, but is not being straight with the people and the money. That's why you don't want to set up that oversight body. This is why they might have problem. Floyd Green, the sacrifice puppet Floyd Green, don't want to get this oversight committee on the way going, because they want to wrap up everything in a for them arm, and the public don't want that, because that's how all our money them get stolen when government alone oversee everything.
will be accounted for, but not just from an accounting point of view, meaning adding up the dollars spent, but will be accounted for from an efficiency point of view, which is really the greater accountability. That every dollar spent, every aid given, every commitment made.
Mr. Cool and Deadly, refresh your app. Close your thing and open your app again. Because if somebody time you out, it would have sent me something on this side, and nothing is on this side. Sometimes it's just the app. Close the app and open it again.
Will be used in a way that quickly advances the recovery, but at the end of it, makes Jamaica stronger. We've been very strategic in managing the disaster thus far. We're standing at what is essentially ground zero, meaning that this
is another issue I want to tackle this morning, Prime Minister. How much ground zero it is? Jesus Christ, stick to something. I am confused. Can you have 2 ground zero in one incident? Because it was the Twin Towers that was ground zero. The Pentagon wasn't described as ground zero as well. That's where the ground zero phrase come from, Prime Minister, from the 9/11 attack. And the ground zero was referred to the Twin Tower, one particular location. Not New York. When you go to New York, this is ground zero. Then when you go to Washington, this is ground zero. It was not so for the Americans. So when you went to Black River, the Wednesday after Melissa, you quickly declared Black River ground zero. 3 weeks on, Prime Minister, you are in Westmoreland with CARICOM and you declare Westmoreland ground zero. Which is it? Is it 2 ground zeros in the catastrophe? I was saying the same thing too. How much ground zero are we dealing with, Prime Minister? Because in a numerology of 10, I know. What hand alone pan himself. The rest of zero them have to catch up near somebody, rather be 1, 2, 3 to 9. The rest of zero them catch up next to something. You don't notice how he's trying to look militant, or he might try to look honest. Me not see the militancy in him, Mr. Cooler and Deadly. Me I see him try to look honest, but it now work, Prime Minister. Because even the leader, them will turn upside down, you know, say you're a thief, you know, sir. But back to the ground zero, Prime Minister. Black River, boy, morning, wanna get rub out. Black River, then rub you out and rewrite this script. Black ground zeros. So ground zero plural, Prime Minister. So we have to go pluralize ground zero now. Because the ground zero ism, me did know about one place. But the Prime Minister had 2 ground zero in a one incident. I wonder if the Prime Minister cares to clarify his many ground zeros or his plural ground zeros. No, sir. This man you just make it up as he go along.
Be within the eye of the hurricane, stretching for about 30. That quickly advances the recovery, but at the end of it, makes Jamaica stronger. We've been very strategic in managing the disaster thus far. We're standing at what is essentially ground zero, meaning that this would be within the eye of the hurricane, stretching for about 30 miles from the center of the eye. And we decided that we would bring our friends.
Roy Forrester. How much grounds you need for today or Tuesday? You need to get it clarified today, Prime Minister, either in the press conference or in Parliament today. But what you must not do is confuse the nation. And at the moment, the nation confused on how much zero we can have in numerology standing on its own, Prime Minister. We know that barring when he turn up on himself and name zero, when he decide that somebody else he name something. And we're asking for that clarification, Prime Minister. If it's ground zero plural or Black River get rub out and Westmoreland rewrite over. I just that we want to know. You're under a duty to give us that clarity, because at the moment, fools like me are confused of what ground zero actually is and whether you can have 2 ground zeros. You see how confusing that is, PM?
To see the damage. But the tour was strategic. So we started in Montego Bay, where damage was significant, but certainly not comparable to here. So the international
Have you seen
know
this?
that at this time there will be call.
Hmm? We not see Lady Mabel in the corner to the right here, so in her hat. Lady Maybelline. Hmm? The missing Dr. Chang. Have you seen Lady Maybelline in the corner? Wanna look out. A Lady Maybelline under the hat.
With a situation where half the country literally has been devastated in terms of its infrastructure.
Hold on there. Somebody say, why not Chilani? Jody, you might just realize that when you go up Chilani, up the switch to ground zero as well, and you may have multiple ground zeros rather than plural ground zero. You may have multiples. Just wait till you turn up there with somebody when have to talk something new. He will just turn up there and create ground zero. So wait until you get them idea. You might never know. Look how long it take Westmoreland. It take Westmoreland 3 weeks, Prime Minister. Lord God Almighty. 3 weeks, Prime Minister. 3 bloody weeks. Before you find another ground zero. So we have to give 3 more weeks, Jody. Don't be so hasty. Don't be so. Give the man another 3 weeks.
That we will have to spend on relief and recovery. But we have also lost revenues. So our financial situation is of great concern, and it has to be managed carefully. I know that at this time there will be call for spending. There will be even temptation for profligacy. But I assure you that my administration, yes, we will spend to relieve human suffering. But every dollar that is spent will be accounted for. But not just from an accounting point of view, meaning adding up the dollars spent, but will be accounted for from an efficiency point of view, which is really the greater accountability. That every dollar spent, every aid given, every commitment made will be used in a way that quickly advances the recovery, but at the end of it, makes Jamaica stronger. We have been very strategic in managing the disaster thus far. We are standing at what is essentially ground zero, meaning that this would be within the eye of the hurricane, stretching for about 30 miles from the center of the eye. And we decided that we would bring our friends to see the damage. But the tour was strategic. So we started in Montego Bay, where damage was significant, but certainly not comparable to here. So the international community can get a sense of what the real impact is. Jamaica is not totally destroyed. Jamaica is still standing, and we are recovering quickly. As we drove in, we would see people rebuilding on their own effort, which is applaudable. And we encourage you.
Prime Minister, it's not applaudable, it's the norm. We really don't applaud the norm, Prime Minister. After a hurricane, it's always our responsibility to build back our dwelling. I mean, Melissa Beryl was just last year, 16, 15 months ago. Did Mobay free port open? I'm not sure, Mr. Cool and Deadly, but the Prime Minister open up wherever and can open up soon for rooks a little money wherever and can rooks it.
if you can stand on your own 2 feet, then please do. It makes it easier for us to take up the people who can't. You would see, as Prime Minister Motley commented, why is there so much traffic on your roads? People are out. Commerce is returning. But we would have also seen the devastation on houses, on communities, the loss of historic heritage sites. Many of our churches, some of them 200 years old, totally destroyed. Our schools destroyed. Livelihoods destroyed. But as President Ali pointed out, the spirit of the Jamaican people, indomitable, optimistic, and still looking forward to a positive future. That is the core on which we will build and recover Jamaica. So, we estimate that approximately 150,000 homes destroyed. We estimate that about 900,000 Jamaicans have been impacted. We estimate, conservatively, approximately $8 billion in physical damage.
$8 billion in physical damage. So it has gone up by $2 billion US. The Prime Minister says we're on the way to recovery. I really don't understand. When the Prime Minister talk, I struggle to understand what I mean. But you heard the damage money gone up by $2 billion US.
US. Thank you, head of the PIOJ. $8 billion US in just physical damage. That has nothing to do with what we will have to spend on relief and recovery and what we have lost in revenues. This doesn't take into consideration the loss of the tourism industry for the period of time, the loss in agricultural output.
At printed.com, we know
It's all about the money. Now let's listen to Matt at CORP. Let's go over to the little one. Hang on.
And welcome to the Midday News. I'm Shamela Pullen. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Local officials push for stronger role in post-hurricane recovery. St. James Parish Court fully reopens after Hurricane Melissa. And later in sports, Jamaica prepares for crucial World Cup qualifier versus Curacao.
Now the details. Jamaica says that getting help from the UN Fund for Loss and Damage is about climate justice, not charity, as it recovers from Hurricane Melissa. Water Minister Matthew Samuda told COP30 in Brazil that the hurricane caused about $10 billion in damage. He urged.
So we keep moving up. I wonder when Desmond McKenzie or Darrell Vaz or Pernell Charles speak, how much billion will it be?
Developed countries to help frontline nations rebuild stronger. As Jamaica ramps up recovery efforts following Hurricane Melissa, local government representatives are calling for clearer communication.
Imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
We will not be able to have a meaningful recovery because the government is keeping the opposition out. The government is keeping local government out. The government is keeping civil society out. But yet still, they are using the word national unity. National unity So we just don't criticize the government. Don't make a cuss this morning, you know. Don't make a cuss. Because that is all that national unity means. Lord Jesus, I want cuss, I want cuss, I want cuss. If we never know what national unity mean in this moment, it just means that do not criticize the government. Do not question them. Do not call them out. It is not about all of us coming together and putting hands on head together to get the thing done and to alleviate. So Dr. Tufton and Jacqueline Bisset so run up and down now about tetanus and leptospirosis. When from the very first day, Dr. Daza tell them, put this in place, put that in place to prevent the very same thing when they run up and down. National unity. All they mean this morning, national unity. Don't question the government. Don't watch the bumbo clot money. When that's all the government hide upon it. The government hide upon the money, and we fit take off the eye and load the government 500 million. We not get in a COVID from the European Union alone or the American them, and you all didn't give us a dime. Not a dime, and you turn up in a parliament where they and tell the people them how the COVID resources was dispersed equally and non-political. You, Jankro, you, See, I keep out local government. He might keep out the opposition. He might keep out the PSOJ. He might keep out civil society. It's all about Andrew and in cabinet. But wait till me get to your nasty wife this morning.
Now dominating the national agenda, municipal leaders say something is missing from the conversation. An honest update on Jamaica's net international reserves. At least 2 municipal leaders believe the reserves should provide a critical buffer in the aftermath of the hurricane. But they're questioning why no one in central government is openly discussing the status of the fund.
I'm somewhat concerned in that to date, I have not heard anybody from central government talking about this $6.128 billion in our reserve. I'm hearing members of parliament on both sides of the fence saying that monies were promised, but they have not seen it. So my question is, while it is that the JIS reported on November 5th that we would need approximately $7 billion to bring back Jamaica to some sort of stability, is it that we have enough? Why we're not hearing about the NIR? Is it that we're waiting until all our external partners or donor agencies, NGOs have completed their donation before we start spending from the NIR in a time when we're braced for several other things apart from regular infrastructural problems, because we're seeing a health crisis looming over Jamaica now, which threatens all parishes.
Their concerns deepened after mayors were advised to draw on the special grant for repairs, the SGR, to assist with recovery.
When you have emergency funding, it is for emergencies, and local government has a different purview in terms of its governance from central government. So while we can deal with the parochial side from the SGR, most of the damage was done to major infrastructure that would have fallen within central government, hence my concern.
And that's why they want to be included in the talks guiding Hurricane Melissa's recovery efforts.
Almost every discussion, it entails the municipal corporations. As a matter of fact, it may even go further.
Jamaica, we cannot do the recovery without a meaningful recovery, without local government at the table. Local government suffered as much damage as central government. Central government responsible for with major road infrastructure, with water, with lights, with schools, with hospitals, and all of that. But local government is responsible for our drain, our gullies, local water, local infirmary, and many local things local government are responsible for, as well as the local infrastructure such as your markets, your local roads, and all of that. Local government has that responsibility. How can you have a recovery without them at the center of it, everybody working together to get it done? Because the Prime Minister, and for him, central duty is to patch up the school, the hospital, the major road, them, and all of that. But what happened to our local areas if local government is not at the center of all of this recovery effort, recovery and rebuilding effort? And but still, they're calling for national unity. National unity. Do not criticize the government. Do not question the government. Do not ask for accountability for the money and its spending and how much we've got and where we've got it from and what we've got in aid. That is all that national unity means at the moment.
Because some of these parishes that have been so devastated, in their planning process, we may have to look at some kind of different ways of rebuilding some of these houses with a view of withstanding this kind of wind speed which came from Melissa.
Rashida Walker for TVJ News.
Property tax is killing your property profits. How do you minimize your property tax? Because one of the biggest challenges that you have.
And the situation is quite similar at the Clarendon Municipal Corporation. One councillor is not pleased with the distribution of aid. Sandra Williams has that story.
With entire communities still living under zinc sheets and torn tarpaulins after Hurricane Melissa's merciless assault, Councillor for the Yorktown Division, Anthony Davis, said residents are confronting him daily and accusing him of withholding aid that they believe the government already sent.
Person coming to me and saying, Pastor, that's what they address me as. Where is the building assistant money? Because some of them have brain like elephant. And so they remember that during the last sports day, National Sports Day, that the minister said that he sends money to every municipality for funeral grants and housing assistance. And my constituents, persons remember that and are coming to me and accusing me.
He didn't mince words, describing a dangerous narrative now circulating in storm-battered communities.
The minister says he sent money to this municipality because he said everyone, so that includes this one. It is accusing me of getting the money and not assisting the persons, or it is accusing you, Mayor, and the corporation, my goodly officers and administrators that are preachers like myself. It is accusing us of being a thief or thieves.
Outside the walls of the municipal corporation, the desperation is real. Families are sleeping in broken structures and salvaging scraps of zinc to rebuild. And so, Mr. Davis is publicly questioning whether promised relief funds ever made it to Clarendon at all.
I don't want to say the person is a liar. It's the devil that is a liar, and I don't want to call anybody a liar. I want to say that the minister needs to clarify which of the municipalities he's sending those monies to, and don't allow our constituents to be accusing us of getting this money and not responding to their needs, especially at this time after such a devastating hurricane.
Sandy Williams, TVJ News.
Hey everyone, in this guide we're introducing our new AI indicator which we developed in a partnership with OpenAI. This is the first trading indicator.
Let's see.
Meanwhile, relief has finally reached some communities in St. Elizabeth as the National Irrigation Commission brought water. Many residents have been struggling to source the commodity since Hurricane Melissa cut their supply weeks ago. Ramarda Lyons reports.
It's never been more attractive, more welcomed, more sought after, and several residents across communities such as Knoxwood, Brompton, and Newell in St. Elizabeth have reunited with the commodity as the National Irrigation Commission NIC showed up at a time when it wasn't only pipes and buckets that were dry, but also faith.
This water gonna help us in the community of Knoxwood. And I wanted to know this water that gonna help me and my grandmother over there. We were devastated by the storm Melissa.
Access to drinking water may still be a problem, but now he says he has a chance to do some well-needed chores.
We're gonna use it to clean our houses. We're gonna use it to clean our clothes. And you understand? I feel very overjoyed, speechless. That's why I'm stuttering right now.
Treasure Beach was one of the hardest hit communities with floodwaters waist high. After subsiding, it was almost as though it took the water being stored in tanks as well.
So I come get 150 gallon, as you can see, two buckle in the back there. Yeah, we want it to beard and we can get the bathroom flush and things like that, you know.
In some cases, residents have to go directly to water filling stations, but there are also trucks delivering water to residents. The truckers happily going with the flow.
When the people saw the truck, they were so overwhelmed that they run towards the truck when they see the truck coming with the water. So we are here to serve the people with water, and we're heading to Brompton now.
For people with no drums, even a bucket or two makes a difference. After all, Melissa
mashed me up from head to foot because the house stopped down. The workshop broke down. Right now, we have a tank around there where we drink water from. And we are thankful for them could have sent some water to get full that tank because we're drinking water.
He's still glad that even if just temporarily, he has a chance to do a lot of things around the house.
Use it like flush the toilet, wash our dishes, bathe. You know, you can't waste it when you're at home because it's very important. The only way is you have to drink in one different.
Ramarda Lyons, TVJ News.
In a show of service.
Right, before we go any further, we're going to have a look back at Black River 3 weeks after. Prepare to be cringed if you know Black River.
John Brown, Dr. John Brown, your place disappear. Like, oh God. No, sir. Look for health officer, health center. Look at the road. No, sir. This the not, man. Look for them a concrete structure where it's something lip up and bust. Every asphalt come off the road clean. Look there. Look, every asphalt is off the road. Huh? Oh man, this gone on in history and this can't be forgotten. This can never be forgotten. Look at my mother place, she worked health center. I used to come to this place every night. I was so afraid to come here some night because I know some old duppy live in it. These places, look at them. Me and my mother clean this night, day, morning. Look at this place. Look at the courthouse. Biggest courthouse in Jamaica. There's no courthouse big like this. And look at it.
I'm Black River Courthouse, Tehran.
Look on Parish Council yard. And that's where you used to work now. So there's some big light before I used to work in. We're not back there, so look on Parish Council. Hey! Parish Council disappear. Look on Public Works. Blood seed. King up on the roof they gone over this. Look on them building over there. Look on them building there. That's one raft time. Oh brother. This can't be normal. I want building it there, sir. One stone building it up. We gone clean. Yo, play. On Public Works. Look on library. I used to play every day. I be playing ground this man every day. Asphalt, look on asphalt. Look what ton of asphalt off the road.
How do you feel convinced with Jamaica say somebody not drop something pan we at St. Elizabeth? Who is going to run out and convince us say I not drop then drop something pan we?
Brother, look there. It's a can't normal. Look for that. No, look for the building there. No, sir. A bomb drop on them. Business brethren. A bomb drop on them, my brethren.
Invocal Hotel that in the
nobody can't tell me. A bomb drop on them, my brethren. Look at Invocal. Look at Invocal. Look at Invocal. Look at the Catholic Church now. The Roman Empire is gone. That's my playground coming from school every day. We go and look fruits. And look at this over here. Look there. Science and master boys are big with them purple. You remember when you pass and you feel like that grow daddy? When you come on night and you say you just when you push the bike, you can't feel it up with them in that era. I might crack them things on this. I might crack you on the top. It's a clock.
No, Delroy, we get hit by a tsunami on the southwest coast as well. But may I tell you, say, on a water and breeze alone, go on, so me say then drop something pan we. You know me no want believe it. But you just want to go in all my community. Me I go show you, I look back into my community after this. Them drop something pan we.
From Blackwell Hospital. Look at Blackwell Hospital on the roof. Watch it. Let me see, man. Tap me top.
Hospital is over here.
Yeah, man. This is where the nurse live, but the hospital is right there.
Nurse and doctor.
Where is it? Come on. Here, see. Just stop. See about
No, sir.
Outpatient. Dear.
Let me say, people. Look how health center, not even one thing up on the health center top. She fix the house over there, so. Mash up. Look at the house over there, so. Them big house in the lane, look there. Look at the hospital.
When people are telling us, black man and David, I like them out there.
Above them Japan we nobody can fool or convince me. Something Japan we. This is a look back at parity.
Boy, people, this was one of the wickedest storms them a pass through with Jamaica. Just a giving a little preview still. By the way, big up on yourself. We survive. All who never wants to survive through the storm, yeah. All who did believe the storm that I could get with. Survive by the grace of God, man. See me? Yeah, but me just try to give you a little caption still on this still. I don't even want to bag along talking. This is how the storm do around my place. You see me? It never normal at the sea that 8 feet, but I see 8 feet of water come up to window height and them way they pass through the place. And in my place, you have the sea over one side, you have the pond over the next side, you have nothing on the left. That was the way they say the first house was a house that just done built. Not even the foundation on the left. Broke up, block and everything. 2-bedroom house and everything. Powerful sea pass through this place. This place right
This one is one of my cousin house, Jamaica.
The name Mabel. And our lady them go buy weed and grab and thing from the beach. And something. The house broke up in a two. That the house they done there so mash up. You understand? Good thing lady never stay in there. But may I tell you, I don't know normal thing go on, brother. People house flat down. Everybody it owes them their way across the other side of the pond. House, furniture, all kind of blood clot, fridge are over the other side of the road. We go in and go find my fridge where I did have my papers them in a wet up in a one bag. Same way. That saved me. You know, from having the papers what me now one bag with my clothes them and my passport last and them thing there, but I know me not like that I lease of things that I see happen to people around here, so the wicked one I say right now, the people that are foreign prime minister, you know, the government federation them have forward pass through here, so come look around and see the road bus out, you can't get to go nowhere. You understand, and they make a thing there. You see me I deal with that house, they have a mother house, everything gone. You see me I deal with everything gone, brother. May I tell you about me not even care about the way of talking through the whole video still, you see me? Me not tell no lie, he never nice. He never nice. Anybody ever tell me so next time I come here, I could have a nice light is away. Yeah. Me I find somewhere go. I mean I go under no hole cause water cover this blood clot, yeah. And I go in no hole. I tell you, we have to find somewhere go. Mighty gosh, I can't believe it. I'll give thanks still. I tell you, so I survive and my people them survive. I just want our little cousin drop out. See me? But judge and
That's our little cousin who drowned the day after Melissa.
no. Anybody we can reach out and give you a strength, man, right now my PayPal there, man. PayPal there on my page, man. Or you can message me up, you see me? You see, I did if you not too much confusion, just, you know, link up my PayPal, bro. You see me? And give a thanks to you, me, you see me? But you know, I don't even know where to start from, brother. I know say all the people get mashed up still. No, I tell a lie, but me I tell
Over
a
there
lie.
for a former MP and attorney Carl Miller guest house as well. There's that piece of land there. Me know wholeness I go for Dr. Brown and Carl Miller piece of land. Dr. John Brown and Carl Miller piece of land. You know, look how wholeness I go after that land there. You know what you see? Look how Carl Miller dead.
It's up on the beach, so come like a right through here, so Melissa try to take a shortcut through here, so yo, we see some breeze blow through here, so some water pass through here, so brother, me I tell you, it never pretty. It never pretty, brother. When I like people that walk all over the place, we go take up them clothes, find 2 pieces of clothes, we wash out to put them on a sea water. We have a bum bucket wash, we close them in the brother and the water in the day, you know. I'm going to tell you the blood clot. Try to get some fresh water from somewhere, wash out. Now you tell you, my people, just speak up for yourself. Yes, man.
Jamaica, someone may not believe it. Said they ain't drop bomb, Panwe. But we down there, we know. And I want to say to all of the labor rights who thinks and believe that the donors' money, the international donors' money, have anything to do with the price. It's not, me here no keep calling it the government money and wholeness money. Me know so no done, me understand so no done, and that's why I'm dedicated to educating Ono. Anything given on behalf of Jamaica is for all of us Jamaicans, particularly those at home. Not for the government to do what they want or like with it. Not for the government to steal. Not for the government to own us, the Jamaican taxpayer. Those money are our money. Hence, we can talk about it. We can question it. We want accountability for the spending because it is our money. They never gave it for Andrew Holness. They gave it for the people of Jamaica. And because it is ours, we want to know how it is being spent.
Hey, look here. Look how hard-working person. Look at Mrs. Holness. We're giving out ice to the...
What I noticed the labor rights over the last week is doing is a whole plethora of JLP MPs and senators are going around delivering aid. No problem with that, all hands on deck. But what aid are they? Is it aid coming from the government or aid of the international community that people like Juliet are going on? The question I want to ask though, is Juliet Holness utterances stalking political division at a time like now? Let's go to a plethora of video of her in St. Elizabeth, and you can judge for yourself. Is Juliet Holness, the super slut of our parliament, is she stoking political division?
Look at Mrs. Holness. Father G is here. And it up. Everything goes Father D catch it. Yeah.
Me notice Opal. Me notice JLP. I use with blood after they sacrifice with them. I use with blood and with destruction as a national election campaign. The same people that will say, don't criticize the government or not too rude or not. This government does not demand respect from me. This government does not respect itself. You have a prime minister with a wife as a harlot there prevent us from asking us questions. You have a prime minister with as a bully, which when we criticize him, he will even arrest us and allow us to apologize to him. A prime minister that lost integrity. A prime minister on the financial investigation for financial irregularity and tax evasion. That cannot demand my respect. Oh, certainly not.
That's right. Everything goes Father G after me. This is the Prime Minister wife in North St. Elizabeth. Move! I don't make it pay for that, then come out your far. Hey, this is Mrs. Holness. This is Mrs. Holness. This is the Prime Minister wife. Look at her. In the disaster. He come out here to give. All right. Oh.
A market girl in here, so she comfortable. So she comfortable on the edge of the market style. We're going to upload her off video of her.
Then you know you can use the Google map and pin it and show them where to find the house. We have done that. And guess what?
That never on here. That never on here.
Hold on, it will happen. So here is where a caretaker comes in, and here is where a councillor comes in. The councillor.
Where's my TikTok?
Or the
No,
member
but
of
not charge,
parliament
but it's a charge.
caretaker
Never
MP
mind.
can now be the one who go and gather all of that information for those who feel that they will not get help from the MP. The government is still able to backdate a Google search and say, show me what this place it look like 1st of July, 1st of August, 1st of September. So they would know.
So the maroon communities and the community them where they do, where they couldn't find and so on. They can do a Google pin and find it and oh God. TikTok, can you come over to YouTube, please? Your battery is going and I have to end the live on TikTok now. If you could just slip over to the YouTube channels, please. We are on 3 channels on YouTube: Global TV, Universal Media, and Universal Vantage. You'll find us over there. TikTok, thank you very much for being here this morning. Just slip over to YouTube, please, because our battery is going dead and I can't bother with the changing device at the moment. So thank you, TikTok. Just jump over to YouTube, please, and let's finish over there. Righty. Let me ask you something out here this morning. I want me to jump out of allness stress and start cuss on a globalist this morning over the few little likes. Wanna sit down on the galang and just a tear in my face so. And not even as much as have a bit of courtesy of hitting the like, but me not harass on around ya. Me not try to rob on and scam on. Me not think if me ask for little like and share, it's robbing and scamming. Yes, on the know say me a thief already, so they brand me on social media, so the whole of social media know me. But me can't thief the little likes, nor the little share. So if I it not still have me up over, me couldn't want to support my program. Me can't thief like and share. And money me thief. You understand? So if I it have no problem, you still gonna have problem. Let's continue with Iron Donkey.
No, if you didn't have zinc on the roof, or if you never have no roof. They would know if you didn't have a house there, and everything blow down, or no house never.
Hey. Why? Jamaica, the government are going to use Google against Uno. One of them claim damage, so no have no host the damage. The government are going to use Google image and say no host never there so. And they zinc the panier so rotten. Did you hear that, Jamaica? Did you hear that the government are going to apply him smartness on you in order to help with reconstruction?
They would know if you didn't have zinc on the roof, or if you never have no roof. They would know if you didn't have a house there, and everything blow down, or no house never there. All right? And that now can be.
Welcome to the smart Jamaica, the technologized Jamaica, where we cannot find you after a flood. We cannot, say they said, use Google to find you after a flood. But if you claim damages after a flood, we'll use Google to verify if there was a house there. And what roofing, for that matter, was on your home? It, though Google, does not work to find hungry, thirsty, cut off, or dead people, for that matter.
We utilize to say, okay, the MP give us 10 hours, but we find 20 more that we never get, that need help. So what I want you to do, as hard as it is, because guess what? I am never going to understand what you're going through unless we go through it too. When I'm looking at the place, it's depressing. It's depressing for me.
While you're down there, scoop up land, Jankro, it's depressing for you and you're down there, severe land and a look place to invest at the moment. But we're going to chop up on a blood clot down a parrot and one or no.
One level. But for you, I can't imagine. I can't bring myself to imagine. So we understand that you are going to have a rough period. And we want you to help us to be able to help you. So between the Ministry of Labour, which normally helps with past beneficiaries, your councillor needs to write down your MP caretaker, right?
There's more. You just hang on, because there's more. Stoking division.
The disabled, the older persons, to make sure that they get. All right? That's very important. Take care of the weakest in the community. All right? And then when the packages are being distributed, when the housing material comes, don't make up your mind, say me I'll take it and sell it. Because a long time it didn't need sort out. Make sure you understand that it is times like these that you really need a brother or a sister. And so we have to take care of each other. All right? So once that comes, make sure everybody shares. Now, Councillor, I'm going to speak to Mr. Solly as well. When I go to Parliament, I'll have a word with Ms. Jess too. And I'm going to ask you, gather the information. Okay? If you're not getting anybody else to take it, send it and give it to me.
Why is she going to have a word with Jess when she goes back to Parliament? She's the Speaker of the House. She's not responsible for budgeting or disbursing capital. Her husband is. This is not her area. She's not a member of the government's cabinet. Juliet Holness is not a member of the government cabinet. So where you go to Jess with eavesdropping? Is it eavesdropping, Juliet Holness, that you're going to go to Jess with? When your husband has blocked her from using contractor to alleviate the stress of the people more quicker. When she have to break ranks with your husband's order. When your husband is responsible for disbursing and allocating money and have not done so, what is it that Juliet Holness is going to have a word with Zakila Jess when she gets back to Parliament? If it's not stoking political division and poke her drunker-looking nose in where it does not belong, what else is it?
All right? So I can share it with Ministry of Labour, I can share it with what they call economic growth and job creation, that ministry.
The gang of thieves. So that's not Dana Dixon's job anymore as the information minister. The speaker can jump down in any role because it's a family role. It's a family business. It's a dictatorship. The chief executive and the chief financial officer of the corporation called Jamaica, Andrew Holness, and his baby mother, Juliet Holness, they are head of the family corporation of Jamaica, which equals dictatorship.
So you now can feature as some of the persons who show your picture, show your location, show your name, and show say your family actually.
Oh, we have more of her. We have more of her. This winglet tongue. This is the Stoking Division part. Let me say this. Jamaica now go advance with dirty, drunker labor rights. I hope you don't get it. I mean, I just talk about the labor right government. I talk about the labor right drunkards on the ground that even in a national disaster, them a praise the PNP should have dead. It's an open political war. Them arms up the international community money for them thieving prime minister. And when we talk about it, a political division and we hurt because we lose. We never. Hello, Andrew Holness. If me a PNP, me know every PNP glad you know say Golden never win the election. Because Andrew Holness sign off pan with blood, and Andrew Holness alone must carry with blood pan his shoulder.
But we not get the bank on the next one. We not get the bank on the next one. Sure, but sure.
Dana go! I wonder if you see this here or if you really understand this. I wonder if you've seen Juliet behavior and if you've understand Juliet behavior. Because you say if you keep the politics out of it, you know, man.
Sure, but sure. Yeah. And the generator now come around here and they go and praise him. Yeah, generator can praise him. He said,
I'm gonna give it a solar one of my lights. It's 1,500 watts. So it's the light the street from here to here. So we're gonna get that one farm of location. It's bright. And it's solar, so
yeah.
One solar light. One dege solar light.
Yes, man, just right up the street. One on the road, that's good for me. When me walk and I open up the store.
I never expected to be talking with the things they ever just give stuff on.
No, Mrs. Wallace, we need this. We need an internet in this area. Internet. Father G put out all the
Carol Lee. Maybe we need to get the gangsters them a Haiti. They can help with relief and recovery. Because to say, under this year, democracy, better we were being run by gang at the moment because look at how Haiti is coordinated in their effort. Even when there's a glaring civil war, so-called, in Haiti. In Haiti, we don't have a government, but they are much more coordinated and much more expeditious than the Caribbean superpower. I mean, we could write a novel from the, not even a novel, we could write a story, a true story of this government handling of the worst disaster we've ever experienced.
Not your MP.
No, I'm MP. I him first come around on his arm.
Hold on, man. Me play this here already. There's another video. Where is it? There ought to be. Oh, wait there. You all on the Jamaica. One video there when him talk, when she had talk about count up the little where people are go get out of the bangarang $10 million. Other one, yeah. $10 million. 10 million Jamaican dollars. Not 10 million US dollars, you know. The Prime Minister couldn't give those MP worse torn up 10 million US each out of you see the smaller insurance where the Prime Minister get from CAF. I had that one that may look for player now, Opal. The $20 million. I remember there are two payments from CREF. There's a $20 million payment and there's a $70 million payment. That $21 million US, the Prime Minister couldn't use that and give to the ravished areas to rebuild home. That wouldn't make sense because 20 million US couldn't share for those constituency worst hit, or even the way how him share up the money. If him share up that $20 million US there in other fashion there, it wouldn't be of a greater help to the people when it comes to building repair than the $10 million where MPs are going to struggle with. Big time struggle. Big struggle. You won't know who or where to start with. And whatever them are going to get, it won't be any meaningful help. Because you have to pinch and pinch out of that 10 million Jamaica dollar.
Issuing of building material phase. What they have done so far, your member of parliament would have gotten $10 million. It can't build a house. It can fix up 10 house, 15 house. What it can do is replace couple sheets of zinc. You know, get something there. If you're tying back your zinc, you can nail it up back. Do some small fixes. So some councillors will be giving, and members of parliament, particularly MPs, got it. Yours got 10 million. And what they will be doing is giving benefits of 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. Now, the information that we have got.
Is it Juliet making the stipulations as how the MPs should disburse that headache? Because it's going to be a headache to disburse in St. Thomas, in St. Elizabeth, in Westmoreland, in Hanover, in St. James, in St. Anne's. It's going to be a hell. Wouldn't want to be calculator because the amount of time they have to go joke me if you count who figure what and hey, me wouldn't want to be calculator in this, yeah. Okay, even a calculator would become confused by this.
Since morning, every area has complained that they're not very hopeful that their member of parliament for here, Miss Jess, is going to do anything.
Stoking political division on full campaign. Dana go. Donkey Kobe Macadaiman. Young Donkey Macadaiman. Uno hear Juliet? Uno hear the political division with Juliet dress up in her foundation clothes. We don't know where she get this thing them from. If a outer ad them, she got thief them outer or whichever warehouse or if a the poil thing them donors. We don't know which one I know I do it. Not God. I want me do with the video. But me see one lady as the owner feel look carefully because all of the canned food them owner can't give them, they outdated. Look. No, because we in a predicament. We don't want nobody abuse we. Particularly we don't at St. Elizabeth, that we're rich and proud, you know. We're not all that poor. We're not rich, but we're not poor. Don't at St. Elizabeth there, we don't rich, but we don't poor. We're not the beggars who want to try to turn we out in a now. We're not the handout people. Yes, they have few handouts when it come election time. But we are proud farmers, ganja planters, fish vendors, fishermen, teachers, nurses, and a whole heap of thing will be whole heap of something down there. Whole heap of police and soldiers, teachers, nurses, doctors, lawyers. One whole heap of something will be down there. We're not some dunce. We're not rich, but we're not poor. You understand? That's why we feed the whole of Jamaica. We're not rich, but we're not poor. So no do can't cheat with them way there. No concrete jungle people. No ghetto people from town. No Juleta oldness. No don't come cheat with them way there.
Hopeful that their member of parliament for here, Miss Jess, is going to do
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. You know why this is important? It is very important first for you to understand how government works. A caretaker is not on the government establishment at all. A caretaker is a political representative. The government cannot take the money of the government and issue it through the party. So the caretaker cannot be given the allocation from the government to distribute. It has to be the member of parliament. So I want you to understand it. Don't bother going yet, because you look like the brains of the one you help others. Don't bother.
Abe! Even Juliet Holness says it. Labor rights. Juliet Holness, of the plethora of inequipped, unable to think dunce around her, could only identify one capable mind in the crowd. What a disgrace, labor rights. Because I'm sure that's not a PNP crowd. Based on Ono Guan, that's a labor right crowd. And she could only identify one dege out of the whole and say, you know what you're going to win, because you bright, you need to stay and help the rest of them. Lord God Almighty, what an insult.
I want you to help others. So hear me now. What you're gonna do is this.
Hello, you lot. What Miss Holness is saying to you, boy, oh boy, Lord Jesus, none of them have to help one another. Oh, see one day. See one day. Oh, you. You can't go nowhere, you know. Because the amount of eggheads, the amount of eggheads that I see in front of me now, you can't go nowhere. Because if you go, the district is doomed when it comes to thinking and sensibility. Lord God Almighty.
One, understand that the government is going to take quite a while before everybody starts out. Number one, what they're doing now is the recovery phase. Clean up, food packages, the tarpaulin, until they can move into the rebuilding phase. When they're at the rebuilding phase, they've started to gather information. What have they asked? They have asked every member of parliament like me to identify everybody else in my constituency that damaged.
And that's what they go on to use in the Google images to verify, was there a house there? What roof was on that house? Such a like and such a forth, Jamaica. Are we going to accept the dictatorship? Are we going to rustle off from a dictator into a family business? Are we going to become owned by the corporation of the Holnesses? These are serious times in Jamaica. These are serious times. This is why I'm saying to us all, it's time for us to have a national debate centered around nationalism. JLP has failed us. PNP has failed us. It is time for us as a people, given we're up in the air and in chaos at the moment, it is time for us to chart a new direction for ourselves. Barring that, we will become subjects of the Holnesses Corporation. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning. Yes, people out there give out expired goods. Oh God, what me do with the video? Somebody send a video called Gimme, and I can't remember what I done with it, but I will find it for this evening. But I know I got that video about the stale food. I don't know if I did screen record it or not, but we don't want to be abused in this time of crisis. We seriously don't want to be abused in this. Hold on, upon something there. Did I see it on a Facebook page? God, I can't even remember my head bad this morning. Anyone on there remember what Senny Kong give me? Parliament later. Randy, we can't even bother listen to them, because the Parliament and the press conference, them really wind me up. Especially when they get asked questions. Especially when they get asked questions and then go off in a cloud cuckoo land. Is it the Anthony Page? You see it, man? Especially when they go off in a cloud cuckoo land, it really winds me up. So, I'm not even interested. Is it this video? We could listen to this video quickly. I think I did the Anthony Page. Let me see for this video. Bear with me. No, I know this one, yeah.
Barrel, 2 barrel, 3 barrel send down. Yeah? And the 3 barrel I carry down, send down to come to Jamaica, yeah, so. Tool them, majority I tool them, me get majority I tool them. Yeah? Except when I grind, see there? A pack out when me have over there. So. Them I tool a pack out already.
Daryl Vaz.
These I just don't look a spray and stuff.
The most stolen goods, yeah. What you need to investigate overnight.
1.5 dozen of this.
Minister Vaz, here's another overnight investigation, please.
See it, I'm in grown now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them left. So them take about a dozen of them. These ivory soap me get say 1 bus. Yeah, but 2 bus. But count the one there. See there? About a dozen of them I may have. About 3 of them me get back a bus 1 plus this. And 1, 2, 3, 4 of them I may get back. Out I whole dozen add it in there. This is about not finish pack out yet, but me know so the rest are down in there, so yeah, now nothing to do with them there. Yeah, so me know so we missing few things well out of this. All I can stuff them out of this. All I can food them. Canned beef, sardine, spam. Think about it. These were like 1.5, 2 dozen. I'm not gonna show no guys, as God did it, I'm gonna show no. See there? See everything pack out of 3 barrel there. And the clothes them a cushion. Even the snack them I buy. Look what them left out of snack. I had about the barrel them, you have to sit down on the barrel them to close the barrel them. I 2 hours to close the barrel. When we go in a barrel, quarter of one of the barrel gone. Look there. Out of the snack them I buy for the kids them, this is all then left back out of the snack them I buy for the kids them. See there? That is all. Out about, when we pull the box of this, you know, about 25 of this coming in the box, you know. And see there, look what left out of it. 4 left out of it, and 1 box of this I buy as well. All of the rest are snack them. Does not add canned beef, almost 2 dozen canned beef. Look, the 3 number canned beef. 1, 2, 3. 10 pack of sardines. See, there only 2 number pack. Each of them come in a 5 stack. See there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then gone with them there. This is the inverter. A 3 inverter I have in the barrel. And I want to go 1 number inverter. And this is the inverter, the first one I have in the vehicle. And this is down in the bottom of the barrel. Then take them off at the top of the barrel. So, out of food stuff I send down. This is all me get back out of my food stuff. See there? All me get back out of, call it say a little bit over 1/4 barrel of food. Yeah, canned stuff. Call it the pack tight. As me tell you. I had 2 bottles of the Hennessy here. See it here? 2 other big bottles of Hennessy here in there. And 1 number bottle I find. Yeah? Did a bottle of alcohol there. About 4 or 5 bottles of alcohol I have in a bottle. Now I barrel me and get back 2 bottles. You see the thing about it, Jamaica, we don't know. You see it? Teeth in a clean clothes, yeah? The teeth them in a clean clothes. Very, very clean clothes, the teeth them in. Yeah, the teeth them in a very clean clothes.
Daryl Vaz, we need another no overnight investigation because this man barrel was emptied. This man barrel was emptied. But my people, thank you very much for being here with us this morning. I go search for that video with it outdated canned food them. Let me show this evening. Me just can't remember which part me find it. Yeah, today Andrew and Paul Buchanan quote, but me say, don't keep on hopes up this court case will be as rigged as the election. This court case will be as rigged as the election. Jess is working. She gave regular update. Yes, just don't mind the labor right them. Just go down there for start political division because then she said Jess do good. And because Jess go against the Prime Minister. And remember then send the council already down, they got take just glory for clearing the road and all them something there. It's an active open campaign against Jess. And Juliet go down there to stoke political division. But my people, we'll see you later on. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe and share. All right? Later on.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it pick a bad feeling to all wicked men. That's a people there. Make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen him. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, How they want to see the them can sell out Rasta and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the right. Give a show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Andrew Holness, good evening. We come in peace this time. You know, sometimes I can't agree, you know, sometimes I kind of say some things, you know. But I'm hungry, maybe so. But Andrew, You need to check out Darrell Vaz. Check him out if him right in the head part. Because the whole of Jamaica knows say, when they ship things from foreign, the people them don't walk out of airport, keep out the things them. I years people are ball about it. I don't just know. All of we never have no number we can call no. But I years them a keep out the thing and we go poison to them. We have a poison to them and then we're not going to say serious. You see, any day we put a rat poison in a cereal them and then name it and dead. We have a poison to them.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.